The length?
Yeah, like how many hours are there?
You want to see the length of our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
How many hours that we have podcasted for?
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably do some quick math.
I think
I don't know.
Look at every video and adding it up.
I don't know if it'd be quick because it's not. They don't do it in like.
It's not in like the statistics.
Well, it would be like 120. So it's like, how do you do that in math? Well, that one is easy because that's 80 seconds, 80 minutes, hour 20.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's like, some of them you're like 2:15. How do I convert that to minutes?
You do 2 columns, an hour column and a minute column.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Figure out how many hours we've.
Just to see.
God, I don't want to know.
How many hours there are of us just bullshitting.
Well, there's at least minimum 115.
Maximum 300.
Because we have not done 2 hours. But I mean, some of them have been over 2 hours. God, that's
Only a few have been over. Like we don't.
so
we have
probably
not,
200.
Yeah, I bet a little.
Yikes, that's a lot of 200 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time of bullshit.
No, that's why like when AI gets good enough, I want to make one listen to all of our shit.
It would do it really quick. It just go.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Maybe it reads the transcripts because it can't listen.
Right.
So it'd probably be based on transcripts.
Huh.
So then some things it wouldn't get.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of jokes. And I don't think AI understands jokes.
I don't know.
I've
tried to get it to write jokes for me and it did not work.
It doesn't get it. Especially like smart jokes or like alliterations or puns.
Sure, yeah.
It doesn't. Because it's a computer. It doesn't compute. But sometimes when I say jokes like that, people go, I don't compute.
Yeah.
So
Or they just get out of here.
You get out of here. Speaking of things that I don't compute, you texted me this morning, or last night. You texted me last night, and you were like, hey, we're working on hashtags for the wedding.
Yeah, Izzy and I did some wedding planning yesterday, which is super fun.
Well, yeah, that's coming up. It's this year, dude.
I know, our wedding's in October. It gave us
Still a ways away, but
it gave us the amount of days, and it was stressful.
What are we at? Still triple dig?
Yes. Dumbass.
Well, I don't know, dude. That's a lot of days.
Yeah,
I guess 3 months is 90 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
now I'm
we're
putting
like
it together.
9 months out.
Okay, so 270.
I think it was 270 when we set it
Damn,
up. Yeah,
that's how good I am.
Look at you.
I'm good at math, dude.
Yeah,
I'm like
you're
an
good
AI,
at guessing.
I'm like an AI guy.
You're like Rain Man.
He just really likes weather. That'd be the autistic version of Rain Man.
Rain Man is autistic.
That'd be my autistic version of Rain Man, where
Does
he
he
just
like the weather?
nice weather we're having.
Looks like cumulus clouds. Am I right?
He's a little cute up there. He's a little cute cumulus. That's a good cute cumulus.
Yeah. All right. Anyways,
Back to the wedding.
I wanted to start the episode with this.
Yeah, but then you started talking, and I was like, okay.
We can swap them.
I don't think so.
They won't know till right now that we did that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of work.
All right. Anyways, yeah, we are working on our wedding, and a big part of that is coming up with a hashtag for it.
Yes.
The big issue is my last name is White.
Yep.
And so all the hashtags are extremely racist.
Also, for the viewers, what's your first name?
Jacob.
And I'm Robert.
Oh.
Just so people know.
Yeah, so for this wedding, it is Jacob White is marrying Isabel or Izzy Nanke.
Yeah. So hashtags are tough.
Please comment below hashtags you can think of for our wedding, and maybe we'll use one.
Yeah, or if you
If we decide on using yours, we'll send you a free Moist Monday t-shirt.
so they don't get invited to the wedding.
No, they get a Moist Monday
They
t-shirt.
get a Moist Monday. But if you can't comment below, send us an email, moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com with a good hashtag for their wedding. But we're going to go through the ones that we came up with.
Because I asked yesterday, I texted Robert this, and he thought of all day of some. So we're going to do a little back and forth.
Yeah, I got a few that are not good.
So I have my actual my favorite ones, and then other ones I've thought of.
Oh, I don't have them organized. I was just typing as I like.
All right, give me your first one.
First one, obviously, we just got to get out of the way. Hashtag white wedding.
And I will not do that.
Yeah, that is what everyone's gonna think.
Billy Idol. My uncle did that.
Yeah, and that's an easy answer.
Yeah, it's great if that's what you want. If you want a
But
simple,
you guys aren't.
We're not that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. All right. So my first one is hashtag Nanke No More.
Nanke No More.
I thought that was cool.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's actually, I have a few that are similar to that.
Okay.
But not quite. But the next one I have is just going to be her name.
Okay.
When you get married. Hashtag Izzy White.
But did you put ISHE White?
No,
Oh, okay.
But when you say it.
Izzy White.
Izzy White. And I thought that's funny, dude. Izzy White? No.
All right, this one is one that Izzy came up with. I think it's her favorite. Mrs. White and Mr. Right.
Oh. That's really close to one that I have too.
Oh, is it?
But that one's way better. Dude, mine are so stupid. Next one is a pun, not a pun, but it's literally it's Izzy White, but then I added more to it.
Okay.
So I put Izzy White or black. Imagine like having some of these for your people like, I'm not tweeting that.
Yeah.
Or I'm not going to use that.
Hashtag if it ain't white, it ain't right.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
It's a little long.
Yeah.
A little long. Next one, this one is more wedding-y, less jokey. Jacob and Izzy forever.
Oh, get out of here.
You didn't like that one?
No. Hashtag white power.
Dude, I have that one. Actually, no. Mine's a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the same on that. Yeah. This next one is a pun on a song by Disturbed.
Oh.
Hashtag get down with the whiteness.
I like that. All right, my next one is a song pun too. Nanks for the memories.
Nanks for the memories.
Isn't that good?
That's a great pun. Nanks for, okay, that's pretty good. My next one is on cloud Nanky. It's stupid.
That's really funny.
But I thought it was funny.
All right, my next one is if we combine our first names, hashtag get jizzy with it.
That's legit the next one. No joke. That's what I have is
Get
jizzy with it.
It's so fucking good.
I think that one has to be in consideration.
Yes. No, that's in my top 3 for sure.
Then my next one is hashtag white forever. And then, do you have more?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Hashtag better as a white.
Better as a white. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I have hashtag white power day.
Okay. Just the day.
I didn't want to do white power.
Right. You need it. It needs a day.
White power day.
So you limit the white power.
Yeah. Well, it's the wedding day, you know?
All right. This one is maybe my favorite right now. Hashtag Dwightful.
Dwightful?
Dwightful.
Okay. That's, I mean,
like delightful, but with white in the. You don't like that one?
It took me a little bit.
I was so excited for that one.
I bet if I read it, okay, you know what? I like it.
Okay.
I like that one. Dwightful.
Yeah.
Because when you said it initially, I thought it was like an office reference to Dwight.
Oh no, Dwightful.
But I guess his name is White. But it's Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight. Okay, I like that.
So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I wrote as DE.
Whiteful.
Yeah.
That one's pretty. I like that one.
I like that one a lot.
Next up, I have hashtag Nanky Dwight. Let me say that slower for you, so in case you didn't understand. Yeah. Hashtag Nanky to White.
Nanky to white.
Nanky to White. But it just sounds like.
I'm trying to see what else I have.
I have like 10 more, dude. I thought about this all day.
My next one, it isn't even an actual hashtag. It's just hashtag Clue and what Reservoir Dogs. I don't know.
Wait,
what? There's a Mrs. White and Clue, and there's a Mr. White and Reservoir Dogs. So I feel like there's.
So what's the? So you came up with a hashtag where you're like, this is still a work show. Like,
it's something to think about. That there's something to do with those two things.
Yeah, it's a common name.
Yeah, but like those are two. Like I could put a photo of both of them and people would get it. Like that's a Mr. and Mrs. White. Like,
yeah, but I think Mr. White is Steve Buscemi. No, he's Mr. Pink.
Yeah, it's oh shit, what's his name? Fuck, it's a good one. A good one's Mr. White.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's pretty good.
And then Mrs. White and Clue is hot as fuck. Can't remember her name either.
Oh yeah, she is. Mm-hmm. Who's the old lady? Peacock?
I think so.
No, yeah. Because Scarlett's really hot too.
Yes,
Miss Scarlett. Yeah. My next one is hashtag live, laugh, and don't stomp my cats. Which you would only get if you listen to this podcast. Yep. But I do think it's funny.
All right, just keep hitting me with yours now.
Hashtag live, laugh, and love whites.
It's great.
Hashtag meet the whites.
That one's fine.
This one is kind of close to what you thought of earlier. Hashtag adios, Nanky. You know, because she's getting rid of her last name. Hashtag call us the whites.
Oh.
No, do you like it?
Something.
Hashtag becoming white. After a while, it's like, okay, we get it.
Yeah. Your last name's a color.
So this next one is a song parody, but it's a parody of a parody.
Okay.
So I wonder if you'll get what song it is, but it's hashtag rolling white and Nanky instead of rolling white and nerdy.
Okay. That's not horrible.
Rolling white and Nanky, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I have 2 left.
Okay.
This next one sucks. Okay. Hashtag the wedding.
Oh, yep. That one sucks.
And then this one I came up, but you already used the pun, so now I'm like,
okay.
So now I'm pissed, but you didn't say it in the sentence. And this one's really long, so it wouldn't work. But hashtag if marrying you is wrong, I don't want to be white.
I like that one.
But
that's a good one though.
It's too long. But I do love the wrong white.
Yeah.
Like that's a great. So let us know what your hashtags are. I mean, I only thought about it for a day, so don't criticize me.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have more leading up to the wedding.
Well, hopefully, because you haven't locked one in yet.
Because right now my favorites are
getting jizzy with it.
It's so good.
That one's so good.
But like her grandma's gonna see it and she's just gonna be so sad.
Yeah, but she wasn't. It's jizzy. It's not jizz. It's not get jizz with it.
That's true.
Jizzy is like, getting.
Yeah, get jizzy with it.
Yeah, you're dancing.
That I like delightful a lot. And you could put like simply delightful. It sounds a little bit like baby talk.
It does.
But when you read it,
it does sound happy marriage. Everyone's just talking to baby at your wedding. You start kidding, guys. Please
stop.
We're into this way too much. It's at least we got 271 days. Yeah. But also, don't you have to figure it out early to like put it out on cards and
on
shit?
the website? Yeah, is why we're trying to figure it out. But I'm
trying to make a website.
Yeah, it's super easy though. There's a free website.
Oh, that's for weddings.
Mm-hmm. It's called The Knot, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know people that use The Knot because you tie it.
Yeah,
I get it. That's how marriages work. Mm-hmm. But
what?
Why is that a saying?
Tie the knot. Yeah. It's probably like a thing where they actually did it, where they like each.
It was like rope. A tradition.
Yeah,
and then it's like now we're stronger.
Yeah.
Now we can withstand. Now we can withstand floods. What are knots used for?
To hold things together.
Hold marriages together.
There you go.
I get it.
Yeah, no, it's like you're both pieces of rope, and then you tie the knot.
Yeah, just 2 pieces of rope floating in a fishbowl.
Why do you keep going with water on this?
Rope makes me think of pirates.
Sure.
And like boats.
Yeah.
And then also that was like a Pink Floyd reference. We're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, but 2 lost ropes. Hashtag 2 lost ropes.
Nope. Has nothing to do with us.
Hashtag shooting ropes. Just make it all jizz related. But this is the Moist Monday podcast.
Speaking of jizz related, welcome to Moist Monday.
We'll probably talk about cocks again. Let's get into it with some Uxe Sax.
So many months ago,
many a moons ago,
you lent me a DVD, and I finally fucking watched it.
Yes, he finally watched it.
And also, that's a movie you should not lend to people. That is a horrific movie.
But I knew you would like it.
I did like it a lot.
Did you watch it with Izzy?
Yeah.
Did she hate it?
No, she loved it too.
Okay,
she likes those kinds of movies also.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was called Funny Games, an Austrian thriller.
Yeah, it is like the original print, so it was
in Austrian, yeah.
Just subtitles.
Or not, so probably in German, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
just
what I
subtitles.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I had to watch this, so I talked about this over the summer when we, like a long time
Probably
ago.
when you gave me the movie, yeah.
And I had to watch this for film class, and I had to watch the American version. I didn't know there was 2 versions, so I found this version at Jay's, which is like a local hobby shop where you can buy DVDs. And I was like, hell yeah, I put it in. And then I was like, why are they not speaking English? I was like, what's going on? But then I was like, oh, fuck. And that's part of my write-up. I was like, I watched the original.
Right.
It's the same. I think they remade it, but it's the same movie.
Pretty shot for shot.
Yeah, it's the same director. He just made it for America. But it's a thriller, like a psychotic thriller, or like
I don't know.
But it's brutal.
Yeah. It's about...
I'm glad you finally watched it.
Yeah, me too. It's about a couple
It's about a family.
Right. Oh, yeah, because there's a kid in it.
Yeah.
It's about a family, a rich family who are staying at their summer home. And the first day there...
Which is on the lake house. Yeah.
A guy comes in and he's just like asking for eggs and he's like trying to be like friendly or whatever. And then he brings another guy in and then those guys take the family hostage.
And what's wild is these guys are wearing like tennis outfits.
Yes.
So they're wearing white short shorts, white gloves,
So,
like
like,
a white shirt.
Everybody's rich and uppity. Like they're all like...
Yeah, these look like tennis boys.
There's like a golf course on the area that they talk about
Dude,
often.
early on, don't they kill the dog?
Right, yeah, they kill a dog with a golf club.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the movie is that they don't actually show any violence, which is super interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they show some, yeah.
They don't show it initially.
Right, yeah. They don't show like a lot of the big parts.
Because then, what's nice is when I was watching this, I was super scared to watch it because I watched this by myself.
Which, goddamn.
Yeah.
Also knowing your biggest fear.
Yeah, it's people breaking in and torturing you. Which I have another story that relates to this later.
Jesus Christ.
We'll get to it.
This, because I guess I won't give away too much about the movie, but Jesus fucking Christ.
The movie's, well, it came out in the 90s, dude.
Oh, that's
I think we're
fair.
allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, so these two like people dressed as like tennis ball boys basically capture and tie up and torture this family. And it is the most, like, it just becomes so fucked up.
So quick,
And it's like, dude, they keep asking why, and they don't, they're just like, because we can. It's like,
which I think is the point of the movie, because I read a lot of the director's notes and he was like, yeah, this is supposed to be just like showing that we're so used to violence. And, and also it was him shitting on American culture.
It was like, it was like kind of to show that America's insensitive to violence.
Yeah.
Dude, and what's wild is they, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but it's from kind of the 90s, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But dude, they kill the son immediately.
Yeah, like
real
a 10-year-old. Yeah.
Just like, just boom.
Blown away.
And then there's just this wide shot and they're just like they're tied up and their son is dead.
Yeah.
And the TV's on, right? I'm pretty sure.
Well, and then the killers leave.
Yeah. And then it's just this wide shot for like so long.
Over 10 minutes.
Yeah. And it just sits there and they are crying and screaming and like they're
cutting each other loose.
Dude, it is fucked up.
Also, I read, do you know the couple, they're married in real life.
Okay,
The husband's dead, but they were married for like a decade.
Damn,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
okay.
like they were a real
couple, and then they had to go through this.
No, they got married the year this movie came out.
Oh, so they met from the film.
Maybe, yeah.
God,
I guess that's a bonding experience.
How do you
get in that mindset of filming something like this?
Because I know people make horror movies all the time, but like, how do you make
this
it
is different
fun?
than a horror movie.
But how do you make it fun on set?
I don't think this was.
No, dude, this sounds...
Because also, I think this was more like The Shining kind of thing, where like it's not fun, it's intense at all times.
It's a small cast and crew, like 6 people.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 at the end, you know.
But like a few of those are playing dead people, yeah.
Yeah, then there's just extras that come and visit. But dude, it is so, they like torture him. They like don't one of them like break his leg or
Yeah, that's at the beginning.
yeah, and it's dude, it is so fucked up. And then
it's a weird movie to recommend to somebody.
But you liked it.
I loved it.
I knew you would.
Yes, because also it's got some weird shit in it, like some fourth wall
Dude,
breaking.
yeah, here's what's weird about me, and this is what I didn't want to tell you about is they break the fourth wall during a torture scene.
Yes.
Or during it, and then
during a climactic scene.
Yeah, and he just talks to the camera, and then there's a scene where he picks up the remote and then rewinds the movie.
Because I think that's to show that like
that it's not real.
Or that they see this as television. Like this is what they view violence as like something they can repeat from television. It's a game still.
Well, yeah. Because they even go out on a boat and he's talking about how it's a game. And dude, it just, but like when he does that remote scene, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Because I was like in the movie and then I was like out of the movie, but I was still like disturbed.
It was kind of nice to be pulled out of that movie.
But it was good.
Because like I would put that as far as like, I'm trying to think what movies are.
It doesn't remind me of anything really, does it? For you?
There's a movie Izzy and I started but never finished. It's called The House That Jack Built. Okay. And it's another one of those movies that you see like once. And I would say Funny Games is a movie you watch once.
I do kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're talking about it because I haven't seen it since the beginning of summer.
Oh sure, yeah.
You know, so it's been like 7 months. But also, I don't want to watch it.
No, so the movie The House That Jack Built, Izzy and I started it and we had to stop it because also it's like a 3-hour movie and we weren't going to finish it. But it was literally...
But you like couldn't finish it.
Right. What?
Oh,
Not like it was late and we didn't want to watch.
Oh, I thought you were also saying that like it's hard to watch.
It is hard to watch because it starts and it's an actress and an actor you recognize, but it's a bummer that they're playing these roles. It's just a guy like knocks on a girl's door and he tries to get in her house, and then it's a very long shot of him murdering her and like choking her, which takes a very long time in real life, and they like kind of do that, and it just fucking sucks.
And it's just one shot.
I don't remember.
Oh, dude, it's uncomfortable.
Either way, it's a long ass.
It's uncomfortable shot. When it, like in funny games when it's one shot, you feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because it's like a wide like shot of the entire living room,
and it's a man sobbing,
and you feel like you're a fly on the wall, just like, but you can't do anything about it. You can't help him.
Yeah,
I think that's why they did it. Like
probably,
yeah, just to make you
feel helpless,
dude,
too.
But like, when you're making a movie, being able to do that type of long shot and make it good, like the acting, incredible, dude.
Because
a weird movie.
Do you remember when we filmed a short film called Found, and someone had to cry in it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the feeling in the room when that was sobbing, and we were just there? We were just like, we were a step out of frame, and we were just like, fuck. And there was like 8 of us.
Yeah. And then, but what's I think we had to do it twice or something. Yeah. And then it's just like,
because the first time she was kneeling on our actor's balls. Yeah.
But what sucks is like, when you do it, you're like, God, that was so good, but can we do it again?
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
but that's acting is that. Yeah.
That's man, that means you're really good. Yeah. And that was a really good, dude. It made me like
so uncomfortable.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
But then you got to also, while you're doing that, they got to be doing a great performance, but you got to make sure you get this shot perfect and like
everyone's supposed to do their job. Yeah,
you still got to be dialed in while an actor's doing this.
Because I read the trivia of Funny Games, and the actress said that she would cry 20 minutes before even filming. Because also your face has to be fucked up. Yeah. If you're in the middle of it,
dude. And also, it's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm trying to remember. At one point, she escapes, right, and is running, and then they like pick her back up, and bring her back, dude. And then who is on the boat? Is it the mom?
Yes,
dude. Yeah, it's because they say if you can survive till morning, we'll keep you alive.
Yeah,
or something like that.
No, you just win.
Yeah, you win because they call it a game.
Yeah,
and then the husband's dead, the son's dead, she's out on a boat, and then they just fucking toss her, and they just don't even talk about it, dude. It's so fucked up.
That's the worst death. Is just the idea of just like being tossed over a boat while tied up.
Well, and also she witnessed her entire family die. She got tortured for 8 hours, and then just drowned to death. Yeah. And then they just pull up to another house and they go, "Can we borrow some eggs?"
Yep.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's a wild move.
It also, dude, the ending freaked me out too because I was like, "Oh, these guys just do it."
Yeah, they're just doing it.
They're doing it for fun,
and they're doing it until they are stopped, until they lose.
How do you lose? They control this. Oh,
yeah, that's true.
They control the situation though. Yeah, because they cut the phone battery. Because it was in the 90s, so they didn't
have a landline.
Yeah, but they took the battery out of the phone.
Because I watched it with Izzy, so we had the conversation of like, all right, if something happens like this, the good thing about our house is there's weapons literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, even in this room, there's some.
And there's shovels.
Yeah, I have a gun in there. It's not a working gun, but
you
like,
can hit somebody in the face.
I could also point it at somebody, and maybe they don't know.
Dude, it's yeah, dude. What?
Because her and I talked about like,
what do you do if that happens?
Well, her and I talked about it. Like, one, you don't stop fighting until you like.
You can't just give up.
If they break my leg, just keep going. Like, because they're gonna kill you eventually.
Yeah. There's no reason to give up because then you'll just be.
I would so much rather die in a fight than die tied up for hours.
Yeah, because they get out, they get tortured and tied up, and then they get out, and then they get back into it. Yeah. So they don't give up.
Right. Well, but also they do sit on the couch for a long time.
Well, but also at first they kind of just are like, "What's going on?"
Right.
But then also when they kill the son,
well, they leave.
Yeah, but they also are like, God, like that would paralyze me.
Yeah.
Because they just witness him and then it's fucking blood on. Because that is fucking, dude, it's intense.
Because that is the thing about like this situation is the intro was something that would throw you off. Where it's somebody being very polite and then they bring another person in and then you're just kind of there.
And then you're just stuck. Yeah.
But the thing is like, Izzy and I talked about this too, is like there's a moment when it's the mom and then the two guys, who will be the torturers. And then the dad comes back and she's like, make these guys leave.
Yeah, because she's like uncomfortable.
I am
because they're very rapey. Don't they make her get naked or like?
Well, that's later.
Yeah, but yeah, they're very rapey too.
But like in the beginning, they're not rapey. They're just weird and creepy.
And they're lingering.
But like my thing is, if Izzy told me like these guys need to leave, I think that would be like, all right, get out. And if they didn't, I think I would literally just walk in there and grab the chainsaw.
The tough part is like, it's two of them.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's my thing is I have machetes in that room. I have a chainsaw in that room. I have a bow and arrow on my wall.
Yeah, but you're going to go after somebody with it. Like if...
Yeah.
Yikes, dude. Just fucking...
No,
that's like evil dad shit.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into like good horror shit.
Well, because that's my thing too. Is like if someone broke into my house, like I get like the scariest sound you could hear if you broke into somebody's house is probably like a shotgun pump. But imagine just a just like oh shit, this is.
But also,
something.
what's funny about your chainsaw is it's battery powered.
It's electric, yeah. But that means
so it probably won't cut through like.
No, it will cut through people.
Yeah, but not bone, dude. If you had a fucking,
I don't need to cut their limb off. If I'm cutting them with a chainsaw, if they escape, they're leaving.
Yeah,
they're not coming back from
but
that.
Can you imagine like a gas one where?
Well, yeah, if you just can't get it. Yeah, no, that's my thing with
it's
a
like
chainsaw.
pitch black.
Yeah,
God damn it.
It sounds like a chainsaw still.
It's still loud.
Or they'd be like, "Oh, it's a weed whacker," which still
would hurt.
If someone come at me with a weed whacker,
and they're aiming at your face,
I would anywhere.
Yeah. Weed whacker hurts, dude. I'm getting hit by it.
I would like if I'm fighting somebody. A weed whacker is one of the scarier things. Like I would prefer a machete over a weed whacker.
Just because it's an instant.
Well, also just a weed whacker. I don't know how to fucking defend against.
You can't. Like dude, it's just whipping at you.
It's purely whipping you at all times.
And dude, some of the new weed whackers, they're fucking. It's not just a green piece of wire. It's like fucking like a blade.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's just like
because they make them in like these weird shapes with corners now.
Yeah, so it's like a spinning saw blade on the end of a stick. Yeah, so you guys were talking about that during the movie.
Well, yeah, it was just like a game plan.
Yeah, dude, I watched. So when I watched it,
you were alone.
I had to watch it for film class. We had to watch movies like every week and then do a paper on it. So papers were due like Sunday at midnight. Mm-hmm. I was waiting to watch this because I was nervous and I also didn't know what it was going to be. So I watched this like at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. I got home.
That's a horrible time.
And then I had to write a paper on it immediately after, and I did. But then I was also like, now I'm awake. Like I was like, I can't go to bed now.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, it's like. And I'm alone. Well, what's also weird now that I'm remembering the movie, doesn't it start off? So it starts off there in the car, right?
Yes.
And it starts off with like heavy metal music. Yeah. Like it's weird as hell.
It is.
And then they're not listening to heavy metal, but like the soundtrack's heavy metal. They're in a car just driving like happy family time.
Well, and they're talking, but they're on mute because of heavy metal.
Because of heavy metal, and it's dude. I had to turn my TV down because I was like, Jesus Christ, and it doesn't get that loud again ever.
I don't think so.
But then it just goes funny games.
Yeah. So highly recommend the movie. We gave a lot away, but it's still very much worth a watch.
And I'm glad that I had to watch it for film because I do think it's a good like film piece of history.
As someone who enjoys film, I loved it.
It was a great, even though it was fucked up.
But like as someone who loves horror, like I love that. I love Hostel, but as someone who loves film, like it is. And I do like that it was like a play on American violence. Yes, it is an intriguing film. Where like Hostel's a good horror movie, but like I'm not watching. I'm not
Hostel's.
How the fuck did that spell happen? I dropped my beer for a second.
He didn't drop it. He tilted it and then it splooshed like a hose.
As I picked it up,
it splooshed like a hose, but he didn't spill it.
I did spill it.
But now I'm curious. I do want to find. I do want to find the American version.
I think so.
I do want to watch it because it's probably the same movie, but I wonder how I would like it seeing the original.
So the issue I have with the American version is I recognize the husband and wife. I think Tim Roth is the husband, and I think Naomi Watts is the wife.
Oh, okay, so it'd be a little distracting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like that's the kind of thing. Like there's this movie called Last House on the Left. It is a movie from the 70s.
Okay.
It's a very interesting movie, but also it's not very rapey. It has a lot of rape in it.
It's like Clockwork Orange.
Yes, on that level, and uncomfortable.
It's just like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and they just like keep showing it.
That's a movie I've only watched once. Same with the Clockwork Orange.
But you, the tough part is you go, it's good cinema, kind of.
That both of those movies are a little past good cinema for me. Where it's just
Kubrick,
like, right?
For
but either way,
Clockwork,
but also like Last House on the Left, and then they did a reboot.
Okay.
And I don't know what year that came out, but I recognized all of the rapists. And I was like, oh, I can't watch this.
Yikes.
Like what's Aaron Paul's in it? Jesse Pinkman.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, and then the lead guy is I don't know his name, and you maybe wouldn't recognize him, but he's in like
a lot of things.
like a sitcom that I love. I'm like, ooh, I cannot fucking watch that.
How do you
film that shit?
Well, and also as an actor, like, God, that's just
No idea.
also like, how do you write that stuff? Like, it's uncomfortable, dude.
Yeah. Well, like the first
Because
one
you're like, no, trust me.
it's gonna
like,
be good.
It's like it always reminds me of like the meme where it's like, God, I can't remember what his name is. The guy who made freaking not Pineapple Express, Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. It's
Yeah.
like it's like when he's writing and he goes, "I'm going to be in this movie and I'm going to say the N-word."
a lot.
It's like
I'm
that.
gonna do that in 3 of my movies.
Yeah, it's like you wrote it.
yeah.
It's
Why'd you write it though?
you wrote it so you could say it.
It's also like
It's like that meme. That meme is though. It's like
well, because like Django, it makes more sense. But why does he need to say it a few times in Pulp Fiction?
he does.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's like he.
It's very unnecessary.
He also is kind of weird. I mean, he always plays a weird person,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he says it, but he's in Reservoir Dogs
yes.
because they go to him,
Yeah.
but he's like, yeah.
Well, in the Reservoir Dogs, he's part of the team. In Pulp Fiction, they go to him.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, to clean
'Cause
the
he's-
car. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's
but-
what I think when he drops it.
Yeah, he says that a few times.
Yeah, and he's just wearing a robe and drinking coffee and
Yeah.
dropping the N-word.
And also,
it's just
like,
like Jesus.
It's not even like he doesn't need
you don't
to do
need
that.
to be saying it.
Because like Django Unchained, sure, it needs to be said to establish, like, because also you hate the white people in that, and that's kind of the point. Because like DiCaprio
that
saying
whole
it,
movie is about racism and,
Well, and also
it's about slavery.
yeah, when like DiCaprio need to say it because also that makes a better villain.
Yeah.
Because also
But
you love to hate
Tarantino
him.
doesn't need to.
No, and he also doesn't need to have an Australian accent for some fucking reason.
He's saying the N-word with an Australian accent.
Because like that's
I will say I do like Tarantino, but it's also like, why are you doing this? Why? Because
Well-
he writes the movie.
well, also like same with like if you actually look at the foot shots of all the films, like unnecessary. I get it's your thing, but like we don't need
so
that.
he's into feet in the N-word.
Yeah.
It's just he likes
What a
saying it.
niche
Like,
crowd.
oh, that's the N-word. Yeah, dude. That's
I wonder if there's any other movies where he wrote himself the N-word. Those two for sure.
no. I think it's in like 3 movies. Yeah, and he only has a 9 movie catalog.
yeah. If you combine the Kill Bills.
Yeah, dude. I got a big story to tell you, but I'm gonna cut to the middle right now because it fits.
You said the N-word.
No, okay. no, okay. So last night, I moved my phone away from my bed again. So hopefully I can continue to do this because I'm trying to sleep better.
Right.
And I moved it away and I started reading a book. So I started reading Chaos.
Oh, I need to read that.
I know, and I've had it for years.
And you made me get it, and then by me getting it, Izzy read it, and then she got so mad that neither of us have read it because it was from us.
Yeah, guess why I bought it?
Because of Joe Rogan.
Because of Joe Rogan, Jacob's #1 podcast.
Fuck off.
No, so I started reading Chaos last night, and it was really good.
But also the episode where Joe Rogan talks about chaos is very fucking good because he interviews the writer.
Oh, is that how?
Yes.
No, I think I heard him talk about it. Like
I think he talked about it before,
He talked about it.
but I discovered it because he interviewed the
Oh,
writer.
okay. I just heard him
Yes.
mentioning it, and then I bought it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I like Joe Rogan. No, so I started reading it, and I had moved my phone away from my bed, and I was like, this will be a good book to read before bed. I'm 28 pages in,
Okay.
so not very far, but I also don't read that often, so whatever.
You know what? I'm going to start that book.
Dude, it's a little thick. Yeah, let's
We're
read.
going to read it together.
The Moist Book Club.
Read Chaos.
Yeah, read Chaos, because it would probably take us 2 months to finish it.
Yeah.
But what's wild is the beginning. Basically, I knew it was about the Manson murders.
Right. Also, just so you guys know, Chaos is about Charles Manson.
It's about the Manson family, the CIA, and drugs, and like the corruption, and also
Yeah.
like I think he's kind of like
It's a conspiracy
It's a
theory book, but
conspiracy
it's
book.
very,
Yeah.
very well researched. Like, because I explained it to people, and I sound crazy, but I have to be like, no, like he did his research. It took 20 years to write this book.
well the book starts off and he's kind of talking about an interview or him meeting with some guy like one of the prosecutors, and he's trying to be like, are you sure you are right about this? Like, so he's like, and the guy is like super defensive, but
Okay.
then it goes into obviously since it's about the Manson murders,
Yeah.
he tells about the Manson murders, so it's in detail, and that's within the first 28 pages, and I'm in bed.
Because you forget about how
No,
fucked it was.
I'm in bed by myself, and I'm reading about these like this car that pulls up and then breaks into this house and then ties people up, and it's like a pregnant lady, fucking multiple stabbings. There's like,
Can they cut the baby? Or did they?
dude, I don't know, but he like police quotes and they're saying like, dude, this is like like there's blood everywhere, blood soaked, like, and then
wrote Helter Skelter on the wall. But
well, and then also there's another, and then they go out the next night and do it to another family.
Kinda like it,
but there was one point where they tied them all up, like there was like a dude, this is fucked up.
Yeah,
but there was like a rope tied between two people's necks over like a beam, so they were like kind of hanging themselves. But then one guy tried, like the guy tried, so then like shot him, so then he collapsed, so then she started getting hung.
Jesus,
yeah, dude, it's fucked up.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm reading this last night.
God damn,
I'm reading this last night. My phone is away from my bed, so I feel completely isolated. And
someone broke in, you couldn't reach your phone.
And
quick.
I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm reading like this most fucked up, like also with funny games.
Yeah,
my fucking nightmare of somebody breaking in, torturing you for no reason.
Yeah,
these guys just did it for no reason.
You need to watch The Strangers.
But it also made me think of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Sure,
because that's kind of like the what if.
Yeah, a happy ending,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
because
also kind of weird,
but also kind of that's a weird idea. You're like, oh, I know the story. Let's make a movie kind of like.
What if the horrible crime didn't happen and
what
people
if it just went to the house next door?
And what if people paid me a lot of money because I did this? And what if I say the N-word a few times?
I think you might say.
He wasn't in that one, was he? Yeah.
But
that'd be so funny. Post-credit scene is just him.
So I got like 28 pages in, and I was like kind of falling asleep. Yeah. I'm gonna start reading it every night, you know. So I like had to stop the chapter, and I was just laying there, and I could not. Dude, I was so scared.
Dude, you need a chainsaw.
Where am I gonna put a I got a sword, but it's across the room.
That's true.
The only thing I got is a airsoft gun that looks like a real pistol.
Which that's something.
It's right next to it, but I gotta like it's in the double drawer of my nightstand.
Okay.
So I gotta like pull past a bunch of condoms.
Sure.
And then pull it out.
You throw the condoms to confuse them.
Other than that, I don't got. Yeah. I got like a longboard under my bed. I got a Fast and Furious race car.
You could throw that.
Also, my door, like,
if someone opened your door, it's just you.
Yeah, right? And the problem is like to make me feel more comfortable when I sleep. You know what I do? Put my back to the door, like so I face the wall. That makes me more comfortable because that's like it's like out of sight, out of mind. That's kind of what it is. It's like, and then also like since I moved my phone away, I've been sleeping with white noise. Okay. So I put white noise on my stereo at like volume 4. Yeah. So it's like still really quiet, but I can kind of hear it. Yeah. And what's nice about
you maybe won't hear someone unlock your door.
Yeah, I should. It does drain out. It does drain out. Like I've noticed that there's a baby now near me that I hear crying. Okay. It does drain that out.
Does your hot neighbor have a baby?
I don't know. Maybe.
What a shame.
Well, he lives there with her.
Ah, lame.
He's always been there. Yeah. I mean, not always. I was there when they moved.
Should we kill him?
No. We're not killing anybody.
Oh, sorry.
Are we supposed to be?
I don't know. It's America.
But it was terrifying, dude. It was, but I also like, I want to read this book. But now
I'll read the book with you.
But it just starts off. I'm guessing it gets really good into conspiracy theories, but he's got to set the table. You got to understand what's happening. Yeah. Like he's literally listing all the names of the people that died and the people that killed the people. Yeah. And he's explaining, dude. It's like he's like, God, and then
some of them have gotten out of prison recently too.
Oh, I mean, it was from the 60s.
Yeah, the Manson girls. Yeah, it happened in 69. Right?
And they were like, he said like some of them were like 18. Yeah. Like 19.
Yeah, and they were fueled by acid.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to read the book. And
me too.
Because I don't know much about it. I learned so much last night, but it's just, it's because he's like, and then this guy got stabbed 57 times. Yeah. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, I need to, I'll lend you my Charles Manson vinyl record. It's weird because there are background singers and you're like, ooh, those are the Manson girls. God damn.
So this is before. So he made an album?
He recorded a lot of songs because he became friends with the drummer of the Beach Boys.
Oh, he also brings that up in the story.
Like the Beach Boys drummer has a big part in the Manson family murders.
Oh, does he really?
Because he became friends with them and then they wouldn't leave.
Yeah, and
because that's what the Mansons did. Is they just kind of
because they were like a weird hippie.
Also, it was a lot of hot girls with drugs that would fuck you, and so that's a good way to get in. And then they just wouldn't,
and
leave.
then they just stuck, and they're like leeches.
And you have this tiny fucking insane dude, Charles Manson, where he was like, "Hey, let's record an album together. Let's go."
Oh, is he? I picture him as like a tall.
No,
fucking
he is tiny.
See, that's even weirder.
Oh, there's such a good photo
See, I
of
just
Charles Manson on a horse.
He's on a horse. See, I just don't know much about it. I know a little bit from Once Upon a Time, and then now I'm learning from the book. And it's just like, dude, this is, and then I'm also going to probably learn a ton more. But it sounded like they were like so they were called, their group was called like the Family. So none of them were actually related, but they were like the Manson family.
Yes.
But it was just a bunch of like, he like even went in the backstories from the people that killed the people. And he's like, yeah, this girl was like she was like prom queen, but then dropped out of high school because she wanted to move to LA and then got into drugs. And that's how she got like, and it's like, so some people had, like they were starting off successful in life.
A lot of people did,
and then ended up doing this.
No, I've gone through phases of being just obsessed with the Manson family.
Yeah.
Also, Charles Manson's a really good singer. My World is my favorite song by him.
Is that on the album?
No, and I'm mad.
How many records does he have?
This isn't an official record either. I don't know if he actually, because he didn't ever like sell music.
Yeah, because he probably couldn't.
Well, no, like even before he tried. Before he gave it a Scouts. What's the word? No.
Scouts honor?
No.
College try?
College try. That's what I was thinking.
He gave it his college honor.
Yeah.
A Scouts try.
Yeah. I'm gonna pee real quick.
A Scouts try. Nice penis.
Thanks.
For the people listening at home, Jacob just showed me his penis. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, sidetrack. Isn't it odd we have not seen each other's penises?
I knew, dude. I said in the intro, we will bring it up. Here it is.
But no, like as best friends, isn't that odd?
I don't think that's odd.
I think most best friends have seen each
Yeah,
other's
but that's
penises.
not the type of. I'm not that person.
No, but
Either
like-
are you.
No,
But like a lot of dudes are like, oh, show me your dick. It's funny.
right? Yeah.
Maybe because we're both like small penis.
I mean, I'm not whipping out a limp dick ever.
Yeah. Why do you think I listen to Limp Bizkit?
Limp disket?
Limp Bizkit.
Dick.
Yeah, I got nothing to write home about.
That's why you want to break stuff. But like,
Yeah, 100%.
we've
dude.
had friends who are show off dicks as a joke.
I've always even, dude, I remember growing up, even in like locker rooms. I would never.
No.
I still don't get naked in locker rooms.
I mean, I haven't been in a locker room in a long time. Granted, I haven't seen
But also, like, old men are so comfortable.
any of my best friends' dicks.
I'm shocked we haven't seen Jaden's, to be honest.
I don't know if he's a whip it out kind of guy.
But I feel like Jaden's one of those guys. Let me say that again. I feel like Jaden's one of those guys that thinks it's funny.
Maybe, but like he's never actually been that towards us. I could
probably-
see him being the kind of guy who does think that's funny, but he's never been that
He probably.
guy.
I'm guessing he's done with other dudes that
Sure.
are in that same boat, but
But
not
also,
us.
Our buddy Taylor, never seen his dick.
Whoa.
I've heard stories.
Hammer time.
I've heard tall tales,
I've heard.
and they were tall.
I've heard tall and thick.
I heard.
Horsecock. For the people listening at home, Jacob dropped his mic and then showed a dimension, and in my head, it's 1.5 feet.
Yeah. Do you know what that story's from?
Yeah, didn't he do it?
Yeah, we were all like joking about because we all did radio together. At one point, he just goes,
Jacob dropped his mic again.
and he did way too long. We were like, "What the fuck is that?"
No, but he was confident about it. Well, dude, he just got married.
Yeah.
She's a lucky lady.
To Jesse.
To Jesse and to Taylor. Dude, Taylor.
Taylor's had enough. To Jesse.
No, I've never met Jesse, but to Jesse and to Taylor. But
You've worked with her.
yeah, I've edited her voice. Weird. Emmy award winning. Taylor texted me for the first time,
Because he
got his phone number, and it made me so happy. So hopefully it makes you happy now. Hopefully it makes you happy that you made me happy.
Yeah.
I didn't respond.
because you're nervous, and I knew you wouldn't.
Because I'm like, oh no, and I was also like, why are you this excited? This podcast sucks.
Yeah, why do you,
Like, this podcast sucks. Listen to other.
good thing we're at the point where only people who really enjoy this podcast will listen this far. No, but our buddy Taylor, who's been on the episode Poppin' Pennies,
He'll be on more.
Yeah, that's just that he was really pumped about how much we were
Yeah.
just bullying Jaden on
Our last episode of my weakness is bullets, which I don't even know what that's from, dude. Do you remember how many titles I sent you for that episode?
Yeah.
I think that was the most potential titles for an episode because we said so much stupid shit.
Just dumb shit all
and I was just
day.
like, well, this could. I just kept writing down. I do have one more thing to talk about.
Hit me with it.
This might be I might drop a bomb on you right now.
Okay.
Get ready, dude. So this kind of dies to what I talked about earlier about reading the book and moving my phone. So I don't even know how to say this without just getting into it.
Okay.
I decided yesterday that I'm going to take a semester off.
Okay.
And I dropped all my classes.
This semester?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm out of school right now.
All right. Were you nervous to tell me that?
Yeah. I feel a weight. I feel a weight come off my chest.
All right. Walk me through it.
So semester started off really rough.
Okay.
Because like day one of classes, my car.
Sure. And then also that half your first week was canceled.
And then we had a lot of snow days. And then I was stressed about. And then I've also been stressing about money because I haven't been working.
Yep.
And then I missed a few days. And then I missed this week.
Okay.
And I was just like, this is not a great way to start the semester.
Okay.
And I was like, I can do better. I was like, let me just focus on freelancing, which dude.
You have been working towards
I
it.
freaking did a social and sidebar. If you need an editor, this is a plug for me to edit for you. But I was like, let me just focus on this, get my shit dialed in.
Okay.
That's why I moved my phone. I'm reading. Like, I'm like, dude, this morning. So also, yes. Okay. So like this Sunday to Tuesday, terrible.
Sure.
Just fucking didn't leave my apartment.
Sure. And I've been aware that you've been in a little bit of a rut.
Yeah. I feel great today.
Good.
I feel great today because I took action. And you
There
got to
you
take
go.
action in your life. That's a quote, I think.
I'm sure someone said that at some point.
No, but I was like in a rut and I was like, I felt so overwhelmed because I was behind in schoolwork, plus behind in a lot of things.
Okay.
I'd already missed class, even though class just started.
Yep.
And then I kept missing class. I was in that vicious loop of missing shit again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want to do this. And I was also ordering food.
You don't have the money for that.
I know, dude. Yeah. I was ordering food. I was just fucking getting high and playing Zelda and being a piece of shit. Fucking, and also sleeping all day. Like I was doing my normal shit of being a piece of shit.
Okay.
So yesterday I was like, fuck, dude, I missed class again. And I was like, so I missed like a presentation again.
Sure.
And I was like, I can't start the semester like this. I'm already getting anxious. And I was like, let me just take a semester off.
So
It's still early in.
have you like done the official stuff? Like, do you get your money back and shit?
Well, the semester just started. So there's a drop window.
Yes. Okay.
So the semester just started. So I'm still in the drop window.
Have you done that
So
yet?
So I did it yesterday.
So I will say, from my thought process and knowing you, I'm not mad or disappointed
I was worried you were going to be.
as long as you take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
That's my thing. As long
gotta- and not abuse the time.
I'm happy with how you've talked to me today about it.
About the day, yeah. I gotta
It's just you gotta-
continue the momentum.
yes.
So today, I was trying to build better.
It does make sense to me why you're doing this because of like money shit and also like all that stuff. Yeah. And I understand the missing classes and the depression of that
I know,
fact.
like, I want to be better.
Yes.
And I want to do better. And I'm like, this is already a terrible start. Like, let me just fold. Let me fold these cards and start again.
Yeah.
You know?
As long as you take advantage of this time.
Yes. So my goal is to like so I move my phone away from my bed. Every day I have an alarm set.
Okay.
So I don't sleep in at all.
Good.
Wake up at 8:30 every day.
Nice.
I mean, I just started it today. So we'll see if I continue it. But
Going strong.
But I woke up at 8:30 today.
Yep.
Went on an hour walk.
Okay.
Listened to a podcast. And while I was on the walk, I ran errands. Like I went to the bank.
Oh,
While I was on the walk because I
What
had my
podcast?
Comedy Bang Bang.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and wake up early, go on a walk. Then it gets me moving, and then I got a ton of shit done on my to-do list.
Okay.
I freaking reached out to people for freelancing, posted on my social media about freelancing. So my goal is like this semester, like 3 months or whatever, dive into that.
Okay.
You know,
As long
and
as
also like I want to get like my eating intake
Sure, yeah.
and like moving every day. Because I get like if I don't leave my apartment, I get sucked in a hole.
Sure.
And I think that happens with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yesterday sucked. Yesterday, like, it started off shitty because I missed class, and then I was like, I'm gonna maybe take a semester off.
Oh,
and
so
then,
you decided today?
I decided yesterday. Yeah, okay. I kind of just decided and then did it.
Sure.
Like I didn't, but so like yesterday sucked because I was like, God, I feel like a failure.
Sure.
Because I was like, already missing classes. Classes just started, but then I was also like, now I feel better today. But I was also like, I'm on my own path.
Yeah.
I don't have to. It's like it's okay if you take a break,
Sure.
and then come back strong. The problem is I don't.
It's all up to the as long as.
Yeah, as long as, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. But a lot of people will bring up is, are you going to go back?
Right.
And I think once summer registration.
I think you have the people in your life that will.
Yeah, but what's also
Push
wild
that.
is I haven't told a lot of people yet.
Sure.
So now I'm telling the public before I've told many people. Luckily, it's at the back end of the podcast, so people have made it. So people have made it this far. But it's like because it does feel embarrassing.
Sure.
It does feel shitty because I quit my job to go back to school, and now I'm like, I can't go to school anymore.
Sure.
So, but today was very successful.
You just need a successful tomorrow.
Yeah, I just needed.
And you always need a successful tomorrow.
It's just it's just little things. Moving my phone, keep that away. My charger's in my kitchen with my alarm. Wake up. Even though I woke up tired today, tired as hell, and even though I was tired, I just started walking.
Sure.
And then at the end of the walk, I was like, I felt great.
Good.
It was awesome.
Okay.
And I put on a podcast, not this one, but put on a different one.
No, this one's not helpful.
This one makes me depressed. No, just kidding. This one makes me feel good while I'm recording. But it is a weird transition. So,
because this is a situation where I need to see stuff from you. I need to see you working, which today I have.
Yeah.
But it needs to be tomorrow too.
Yeah, I reached out to a ton of people. I posted on social media, but I haven't got any bites yet. So
Sure.
I got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Because I got to make money.
You got to make
And
a
then
reel. You got to show what you're worth.
And then I got to figure out like what I'm going to do with my car. That's also a big thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm still driving my parents' car, but at some point they're going to be like, hey, give that back.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a random time, I bet.
Yeah.
Where
They have
I'm like
3 cars.
But I'm like, fuck. But that's how they are.
Yeah.
And I get it, I can't just drive a car for free,
Yeah.
But I don't have an income. I mean, I kind of do with YouTube and
Right.
all that stuff.
The Moist Monday is not paid yet.
No, but it's not enough to live on.
Right.
It's enough to
Pay
help.
bills.
It's enough to help.
You can maybe just pay bills or just live on it, but you
Yeah.
need the other.
I need the other vice versa.
And I do get that. Like I am not upset at all because I know you're nervous about that kind of stuff from me.
yeah, I was also like, dude, I felt so overwhelmed yesterday.
Sure.
Before I did it because I was like, I felt behind in class.
Yep.
I felt like, and I was also slacking on a bunch of other things, projects, and then also I've been talking about freelancing for months and I haven't been doing it.
True.
So and then also my phone was blowing up with fucking group chats and I was just like, dude, so overwhelmed and like freaking out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, let's just get one thing off my plate.
Sure. But
now.
you're going to need a lot more to fill that void too.
I know, dude. Today I was like, I did a lot, woke up early, and then like it was like 2:30, and I was like, what do I do? Like, I was like, fuck. So once I start editing for
whenever
people,
you hit that wall, you have to do something.
I played Zelda.
Yep, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, but I did a lot today and played Zelda. I thought it was a good trade. I get a lot done. But once I start editing for people, then that will be like, okay, I gotta get this project done for this. I've already signed up for some sites. That's my goal tomorrow is like
keep doing that. Yeah.
keep doing that and reach out to people. And even if initially I'm just editing for like some bullshit, it's money.
Yeah.
And then it's
and
like,
hopefully they will listen to this.
no. In all my promotions, I say that I do a weekly podcast, but I don't ever mention what it's called.
That's fair.
I mentioned Game Off the Grid.
Well, I think Moist Monday is edited very well.
Yeah, it is. But it's like if you click on it, you're going to get distracted by
what we're saying.
What we're saying. You're not going to look at the editing. Dude, editing. If I could get editing for podcasts for other people, dude, I would do it. It would be so fucking easy.
Yeah.
Because this is easy. I mean, it takes a while because it's a long record.
Sure.
But it is easy.
Yeah.
And it is like it's like because there's not much. It's just cut to the different cameras.
Got to find your forums now.
Yeah. So.
Do you want other news in my life right now?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Tomorrow,
what's wild is it we're best friends, but we save our news for the podcast.
Well, tomorrow I start my second job.
I didn't know that was official.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you're gonna work at Uptown tomorrow night?
Yeah. So I now, unlike my co-host, I'm working 2 jobs.
Also, the girl I'm seeing is working 2 jobs.
So you're just surrounded by 2 jobs.
And I'm like, guess you're working one for me.
It's like when
It's
someone's
like you
pregnant.
guys are picking up the slack. I appreciate it.
But no, yeah. As of tomorrow, I believe I haven't checked my schedule or whatever. But I gave them my days. I work for Uptown, which is now a nationwide
Barcade.
That's
pretty badass nationwide because I always said local.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah, but so I work for the warehouse, which is nationwide, where I build arcade cabinets and refurbish old ones for
Repair 'em, yeah.
places all over. But as of tomorrow, I will now work at our local one,
Des Moines.
and fix their shit on site because they haven't had somebody doing that.
So what does that mean?
It means I'll go in there right after work tomorrow. I'm going in, and I think I told them I'd work because I think I'm doing like a 10-hour week
So
shift.
you go right after work?
Yep. So I only did nights that Izzy worked. So I'm going to do Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday during the day.
Okay,
So
that's
I'm
not
doing
bad.
like 3-hour chunks on Thursday and Friday. So like 5 to 8.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
And then Saturday I'm doing like 12 to 4.
So you just walk around fixing machines?
Yeah, just see what's wrong. And then also I have like some pet projects of where I'm like, I don't like how this one looks. Like it has some unnecessary hardware on
So you
it.
could fix it, yeah.
Yeah, just like I can remove
Well,
some
and also
shit.
on weeknights, it won't be as. Friday night might be a little. But also, if you work till late, it won't be that busy.
It just
Dude,
depends.
that's
yeah.
fucking awesome, and it's more income.
Right, yes. Because I'm doing like 10
are
hours
you-
a week.
Are you getting? Is that bonus pay?
No, it is a second paycheck, which is frustrating, but whatever.
At least it's not what you thought it was going to be, like stacked hours
Right, yeah.
or whatever. Because that's what you get for overtime, which sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, so I told them as long as it doesn't take away from my actual job, and also I can't get in trouble for taking time off. Because I explained
Yeah,
to the
because it's like sometimes I'm going to
well,
need.
I explained to the company, like, this is a favor to you. And I'm doing this because I care,
Yeah,
but
because
also,
I'm already working a 40-hour
Yes.
job, and then this is on top.
and
of
also part of this job is fixing up your bar. But
it. Because
instead
you
of,
fix machines for the bar.
and well, also we will go there, like probably like a couple times a month. We'll go there and fix shit up for them.
The weird
So-
part is there's going to be patrons while you do it.
right, yeah, which I don't mind either.
But also that'll be kind of fun.
Maybe,
Now I can come visit you.
sure, I'll give you free tokens.
Well, I just assume that just in general. Also, like, I feel like you're gonna be like just busy.
I want to be
Yeah.
like I
3 hours though, that's a quick shift.
yeah.
That's but also coming off of a full day of work, maybe not a quick shift.
Also, my full day of work is very easy.
Yeah, that's
nowadays.
true. Yeah. And then also you're going to one of the best one of our favorite bars in the area.
Right.
But you're not drinking.
We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder, are you
I don't know.
like if you're like if I show up at like 6 o'clock
Yeah.
and you're like fixing a machine and I order 2 shots and just hand you one?
I could probably sneak one because also I feel like I'm not allowed to get in trouble now because I'm doing this all as a favor.
Well, also, dude, the bartenders take shots.
Yeah,
and
also-
they're working.
They also need somebody to do this, and I am very qualified to do this, and they need me.
Well, I remember last time we were up down together, you were fixing machines just because you were trying to show off.
Well, no, it's because I would come to a machine that's broken. The only issue now is that
you were showing off. Last time we were.
It is
my
fun.
stepdad was there, and you were like,
because your stepdad was like, I set the high score on 4 machines, and we got there at 5 when they opened.
Yeah, so
and
they
I don't-
were all
he-
set-
they all reset.
yeah,
Yeah,
they were all stupidly reset.
no, because he was like, oh, I think Robotron's a little glitchy, and then I literally, so I'm like, all right, and I
Yeah, and then he opened the machine,
and I pull it out. I'm like, nah, it's all hooked up fine.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
like,
what your problem
You
was.
just suck. You're just not good at this game. Dude, that's exciting, dude. Because you were talking about that a while ago. It was like that was a possibility.
Yeah. So the whole thing was just
So you're still paid by Uptown, but it's a different.
yeah, because it's
paycheck.
up down bar and warehouse.
So that's
now.
gonna suck. You're gonna get a paycheck for like 10 hours of work.
But that's like fucking like $300 every
That's-
other week.
That is true.
Yeah.
And then that's
So I'm hoping to treat
that's
that
a good side hustle, dude.
right. No, I'm hoping I'm just like I'll throw that in savings because
Yeah.
what I need to not do is be like.
That's fun money.
I could order food.
Yeah, fun
I
money.
could order food. I worked extra. Like it can't be that.
It can't be fun money.
It needs to be.
Use that for savings.
I need money.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause
that's
also
gonna be
the-
the tough part once I start getting the income is
Yeah.
like, well, now I have money.
Nope.
And it's actually, no, I don't.
You really don't. Well, because also
I actually have income.
because at the beginning of January, I also got a raise, which is nice.
Did that help?
I guess probably because
now we're at the end of January.
I've had one paycheck with it. Yeah.
But did you notice?
I didn't look at it.
Oh.
We'll see what my bank statement is at the end of the month.
He's rich.
I went from 15 to 18 an hour.
$3 a raise though.
That's a crazy amount.
That's a big raise.
Well, because the big thing was like 18 an hour.
Over 40 hours a week.
Well, because 18 an hour was less than I made at my last job, and I was like, I'm doing this to benefit my life.
Yeah. So
I knew that raise was coming, but then I had to do 3 months of 15 an hour, which
sucks, especially because it was over the holidays.
Yes, which there was where I dipped into like savings a lot.
But like, you were good at savings.
Yeah. Well, back when I was a welder living at home.
But then you used a lot of it for the house, probably.
So I'll be upfront about this. We're deep in the. So when I think the top my savings ever got was 20,000.
Yeah, I remember you told me that was when you lived downtown. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
But that's when I
remember you told me that, and I was like, dude, I have like $3 in my name.
So that was because I was working 50 hours a week at a welding job right out of college,
fucking insane
and
overtime.
living at my parents' house for just a few months.
Oh, that's where most of it came from.
Yeah,
that's smart, dude.
Yeah,
because
no, it was great. But also, I got paid horribly as a welder. It was purely that I didn't spend money.
Well, it's also because you're working the entire of the time.
I think my first welding job paid like 12 something an hour.
But you were just working so much.
Yeah, no, and also
Jesus, 12
welding for 12.
That's fucking stupid.
That is also the job that fractured my leg, broke my nose, and I bled all over the place.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
That job fucked me up. I think they paid me $12.75. They hired me out of college. My next job, I don't remember what they paid me. It's just that I had a mandatory 50-hour work week, and then that led to a 65-hour work. No, a 60-hour work week because I was working 11 and a half hour days and then half days on weekends.
The Saturdays.
But I know as a
because you'd go in at 5.
So I'd be up at 4.
Yeah, but at that point we were both doing that.
That's true. Yeah,
isn't that wild? We both had that same.
The end of my welding,
but I would get done at 1:30.
Yeah,
and you'd get done at 4.
Yeah, the end of my welding career, I was working 5 to 4:30.
Yeah, that sucks ass.
And I remember when I quit.
And then, dude, during this point, you'd get off work and we'd go rock climbing.
Yeah.
You'd just work 12 hours welding, and then we would just let me just rinse off real quick.
Yeah, I would sleep.
Jesus Christ,
because I would sleep sometimes 3.5 hours.
We would get drunk a lot of the weeknights.
Yeah,
and then you'd wake up at 4,
or we'd go to a concert and I'd get home at midnight.
Yeah, and then just do it.
Yeah,
Jesus.
The first night Izzy spent the night, we were probably up till like midnight,
and
then I was
animal.
I was just like, don't stop my cats.
Dude, I wish you would have said that early on.
I remember when I quit my job, I was like, it's the hours and the pay. And he's like, well, we can give you a raise. I'm like, why didn't you then?
Yeah, you should have.
That has been every conversation.
I think that's every business, though. They don't unless you bring it up. And then they go, okay, yeah, we can do this.
That's so fucked. I'm so glad every time I quit it, I'm so glad I've never unquit before. I've never given in to their demand to the end.
Oh, yeah. Me neither. Where they go, what if we pay you this? No.
My boss
it is kind of fun, though, when they try and beg you to come back and you go,
No, my boss for FedEx texted me a month after I quit. He's like, all right, what about if we give you, I think it was like $230 a day.
What the fuck?
I'll fucking find it.
Dude, $230 a day?
I'll find it. It was at least 200
and it's
something.
Like, dude, you're willing, you can do that, but so what were you making a day before when he offered that? Because I remember when I was doing FedEx, I was made $150 a day.
I think I was 150. No, I got a raise. So I think I was like 160 or a little bit more plus overages. Because 160 a day is like 18 an hour, I think. So I was making average like 20 an hour.
30?
Yeah. Or I'll see what he did.
A day? Dude, that adds up. Dude, that's insane.
Okay, it wasn't 230, it was 210.
Yeah, but that's a 50 extra bucks a day.
I'll raise your daily pay to 210 if you work 5 weekends and Christmas. Yeah, at Christmas, at least one day each week. So that means I had to work every weekend,
leading up to
including Christmas.
Yeah,
and I just didn't respond.
And you were like, no, fuck that, dude. I'm playing arcade games.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. What did you do? What'd you do yesterday or today?
Right. Instead of that, I was making like 130 a day, and just because. Every job I've had, it's been for less money. Like, it turns out FedEx paid more overall because of overages than welding.
Well, also because they give you stop bonuses. And all that.
Yeah, and also I was working 6 hours a day.
Yeah, that's what was nice about FedEx.
Yeah.
But it also sucked.
So from welding 10 hours, where I think, it
felt like a relief.
I don't know what I was making hourly at.
Isn't it wild that, like, you worked so fucking hard.
Yeah.
And then you took a little break, and now you're, like, doing, like, your dream job.
Yeah.
And it's, like, this so fucking lax. And it's like, that's how work can be.
It's wild. So yeah, so for welding to FedEx, he was like, what's the plan? I'm like, I'm gonna make less money. I'm gonna try and be happier.
Yeah.
And they did not comprehend that.
They were like, but money.
Yeah. And they were like, well, what are we gonna do? I'm like, I don't care.
No. Yeah, I don't care, dude.
Like, because also at the end of my welding career, they replaced my old job with a guy who stopped showing up very quickly.
Yep.
And the job they gave me, they didn't like how the guy who was doing it before was doing it, but they had him train me, and then they just continuously yelled at me for.
Dude, I remember you complaining about this, and I was like, dude, I don't know what to. You're fucked.
Because my two managers were like, I could do better than that, and my response was always like, do it.
Do it.
No, so my exit interview, not in person, but my written one.
Oh, you had an extra interview?
I had a written one. I had one where I talked to my manager, and then one where it was a writing to the company, and I told them. They would lose less money by hiring full-time cheerleaders for my managers to like abstain from the turnover rate.
Jesus Christ, you put that. You think they actually read the exit interviews?
I don't know, because also I spread a rumor of like one of my managers for sure killed one hitchhiker.
Jesus Christ. Well, also you worked with a fucking teapot guy.
Oh God, that dude. No, so yeah, there was like a dude that I worked with that fucking hated me. But little did he know, I befriended his son who also worked there, and I learned all the shit about
secrets,
his family.
Yeah.
Because he found out that I wore a toupee because I told people.
Yeah.
Was not a fucking secret.
You told people that you talked to. You didn't tell strangers.
No. Well, I told some strangers.
Yeah, that's true.
But
you
also,
go, see this? Fake.
Yeah.
Plus, he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That's what... We talked about it many times on the podcast, but it's like, that's what I don't get. Is like, why'd you wear it then?
Just because it looked better.
Ish.
Well,
Sometimes.
Because I didn't know how good it looked bald, too. I do enjoy how I look bald.
You look fucking great bald.
Yeah. But, so this guy, he started calling me long hair. But this was after somebody else asked me, like, do you wear a toupee? I heard that you do. I'm like, yeah, I do. And then I explained to him, and this guy was my friend. And so I talked about that. And this one guy who I hate, that I've had issues with before, started calling me long hair.
Long hair.
Lame nickname.
It's not even,
no.
It's not even like, you're like, well, thanks.
But
hashtag long hair.
So
don't
he
care.
did that right after that. So I was like, oh, everyone knows this. And this is him trying to get at me. But I knew that his other kid beat his wife and went to prison for it. So I threw that in a fucking conversation.
Fucking
I also knew shit about his ex-wife because it was my friend's mom who was a fucking alcoholic.
And this is how it ties back to the man's band.
Yeah. No, so I threw all that shit in on my way out.
Jesus.
Because he started calling me long. It was near the end that he's called me long hair. I was like, heard your son went to prison for hitting his wife.
You said it to his face.
In the break room. During lunch.
So other people are there.
Yeah.
And what did he do?
I don't know.
And it was wild because you're
I took
24.
my lunch and,
I took you're 24 and he's probably
making the
50.
same amount of money as this 56-year-old who's also bald and I remember one time. So he was tiny too. He was probably like 5'4".
Yeah, I don't think I knew it was in the break room.
And I've told this story before, I think like probably years ago on the podcast, but I was a forklift driver.
Years ago.
Yeah. I was a forklift driver because they made me be. I didn't want to be. And everyone hated me because I was a bad forklift driver.
Because you're like, this is not what I'm doing.
I'm a welder.
Yeah, I remember you complained a ton about that. You're like, this sucks. I hate it.
They made me do it for like 5 months.
Yeah, you did it for a long time.
But
that's what Nathan Harsh does.
Yes. Shout out to
Nathan Harsh.
Yeah. You got your forklift permit. Women love that.
We're in your ears right now.
And like, your woman's.
Oh, hopefully at the same time.
Maybe. Hopefully not. I hope she's not up that late.
Yeah, go to bed, Cindy.
Either way, so forklifts, they have this thing where it's a tilt or an up and down.
Yeah.
So I put my forklift all the way down, but it was tilted a little bit up. It was like, and then he fucking stormed over me. He started yelling at me that like
it's a tripping hazard.
Right, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess if you're that little, you can trip over it.
I guess if you're that tiny.
That's a hurdle, yeah. God, I do miss making that man mad.
You're also, what's wild is now you're in a job where you don't really get to deal with people.
No, because
you're great at just
pissing people off.
When you're in the moment saying the most aggravating things. And that's why I'm glad I'm your friend again. Because if I wasn't and you'd probably be like, just say the most.
If we did this podcast, I'd be like, how's school going? Every day.
Well, couldn't handle it, even though I dropped out of school. Or dropped out of work.
For the second time. All right. Well, this has been the Moist Monday podcast. I have to pee again, so I figure this is a good sign
let's
off.
wrap it up. Next month is February. So we will announce at the top of that hour the Moist movie of the month. We haven't decided what we're going to do yet.
We'll do it to that next podcast then?
Yeah, next one. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because that will be February.
We have been getting your emails and your
thank
comments.
you so much. And also, if you want to do a movie, we can only do one a month. So I have a list.
Yes.
I've made a list. Send us an email or a comment on YouTube.
Or any of our socials. We'll see it.
Yeah, Moist movie of the month.
Yeah, we should make a separate clip for it to put on all the socials so people can comment on that.
Yeah, I'm so far behind.
I'm saying we should make probably a separate clip where we explain it and then post that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe after we get done recording this, we'll do that.
Yeah, after I pee.
Yeah. But comment below your Moist movie of the month. We'll announce the movie and then we'll wait the entire month and then talk about the end.
At the end of the month.
So then you know what the movie is. And then you can write in and we'll read your emails and we'll discuss the movie. This is now slowly becoming a movie podcast, even though it always kind of has been.
What we enjoy.
But it's the Moist movie of the month. And also, we might start Moist Book Club of the month.
That might just be an us thing, but we'll see.
But read Chaos, because we're both going to... I started it.
And I'll start it
It's a long book. Izzy's read it.
It'll probably take us a couple months to do it.
But... Well, dude, I'll freaking read 28 pages a day.
There you go, as much as you can handle.
Yeah,
and still keep your door locked.
Dude, he was so scary last night.
All right. But follow us on everything.
We're giving you so many commands right now.
Yeah.
But you like it. You like the commands.
Yeah.
You like... If you listen to the Moist Monday podcast, you like getting told what to do. So make sure you pull out your phone, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. It's not a joke.
At Moist Monday Podcast.
Send us an email, moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com.
Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, please. We are at like 19 5-stars, and that's so exciting.
For a year and a half.
But we're a 5-star podcast.
We're a 5-star podcast.
Yeah. But please join in on those.
Also, rate us 5 stars on other apps.
Sure.
Subscribe to us on YouTube, Moist Monday Podcast. Do whatever you want to do. Share us. Tell us to people. I'm losing track of my words.
Email us at moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com.
We appreciate you tuning in.
We read them all.
We do, but we don't respond.
No,
but we read them.
But the moment one of us sees it, we text the other person, we got one. And then we both read them immediately.
We get excited. So that's been it, folks.
Happy Moist Monday,
Happy
everybody.
Moist Monday.
Keep it moist out there.
Cheers, buddy.
I love you, bud.
Love you too.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.